So in our previous tutorial, we've used OpenAPI security audit report from 42Crunch to improve and lock down our REST API security. In this one, we'll do the same thing, but instead of using the web UI, we'll use a plugin, an IDE plugin. So here I have my Microsoft Visual Studio Code, and I have installed an OpenAPI extension from 42Crunch. It's easy to install one. You just go to extensions and you search for OpenAPI. The one from 42Crunch is actually the most popular one, so it's going to be on top. So I have it already installed, and you can see that it's running, because when I have an OpenAPI file open, I'm getting that extra OpenAPI panel, which is a very handy one because it helps me navigate my OpenAPI file and see what I actually have in here, and I can easily go to a particular path, particular verb, a particular section of the file. It also adds IntelliSense and the ability to create new files, templates, and so on. But in this particular case, what I will do, I will just run the security audit. So to do that, I click that OpenAPI Platform Security Audit button. It runs the audit. The first time you click it, it will ask you for your email address, so it will send you the API key, so you can run it externally. And you can see that I'm getting that same kind of report that we had in the web UI. I'm also getting specific issues underlined, underscored, so I can go and for each and every one, I can see what this exact issue is, like what's wrong with this post. And I can click this link, and again I can see all the details of what's wrong with this particular place and what's the possible exploit scenario and how to fix things. I can also get all of these issues in the problems panel, and again these by default they are sorted by the severity level, and I can again go to each and every one of them and fix them one by one, right? And again, to fix them, I can just like we did previously. For example, let me go and fix some of the patterns that I have. For example, user, let's see. Okay, so this user parameter has no pattern defined, so basically I'm not defining what this user parameter is. So I can go and define my pattern, right? So for this user, I'll just, and you can see the IntelliSense, which is very nice, right? And say my user needs to be an alphanumeric. So it's small letters, large letters, 0 to 9, and say underscore. And I need to have at least one of them. So I've defined my pattern, right? And now again, I can retest. It will rerun the report and again give me a higher score, give me the updated list. So that this one user is no longer here, but I still need to provide this same thing for others. So again, similar functionality that we have in the web UI. It's using the same API behind the scenes. However, if you are a developer and IDE user, this can give you a more familiar experience, and you don't need to switch between the different tools, different windows to get your API secure by design.